This next strategy is the culmination of literally many years, my many years as a dealer. This is truth on a craps table and many of the conversations we've had with players. I feel like it's the end game, and that's why I'm calling it Dave's Way. So here's how Dave's Way works. Are you ready? I forgot. No, just kidding. Okay. Here's how Dave's Way works. We're going to show it to you on a $15 table. For Patreon, we're going to show it to you on a $25 table.
Yeah.
Okay. We did film this a couple weeks ago, but apparently David needed to be more excited. So this is me more excited. Hello. Okay. So here's the deal. First thing you're going to do is you're going to give the dealer $66.
Yep.
Literally just like that. Okay. You're going to work the inside. Okay. So you're going to tell the dealer, hey dealer, give me $66 inside. Now, it doesn't matter where the puck is because, again, unless we're shooting, I recommend not betting the pass line. That's a whole nother set of videos, all right? So here it goes. When the puck is on, we now have 66 inside. If any of these numbers roll, it's going to pay 21 bucks. We are going to give the dealer $3, okay? The dealer is then, you're going to tell the dealer, hey, press my 6 and 8, 12 each, to $30 each.
An important thing to know is you're always pressing the 6 and 8.
That's right, because we're going to lean into the math. So here it is. The idea is, first goal, get out with most of my money. Maybe not all of our money, but enough money so we can stay alive as long as possible to get what?
To get the shooter.
To get the shooter. To find the shooter, to catch a roll, to get those numbers. Because guess when people win at a craps table? Numbers. When numbers are rolling, let's be honest, okay, no matter how much we think, cold, choppy table, but when do we get excited?
Numbers.
Numbers excite us, dude. On a craps table, it's just all about the numbers. Okay, so here it is, 6 and 8. Now we have a little fork in the road. Here's the fork, dude. No knives, no spoons, just a fork. If the 6 and 8 are the next number rolled, that's fantastic. Woo, we can sigh a little bit of relief. And is that the correct now? Anyways, okay. And what you're going to then say to the dealer is, take me back to reduce my 6 and 8 back to $66 inside. Now look what we got here. Let me just count it up. Here we got some marbles to work with. Okay, now this is $59. Okay, you're in $69. Remember, 66 plus the 3 you gave to the dealer. So what? We're out 10 bucks. We got 66 paid for. We can let go and let God and move on with the roll. You follow? If we're only in 10 bucks every roll, that's a great place to be. Okay, now you were like, well, David, what about that other fork in the road? There's another fork. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Let's reset, okay? Let's pretend it's the first roll. We gave the dealer 66. Guess what? Everything pays 21 bucks. We're going to give the dealer $3. Now we're going to tell the dealer,
Press the 6 and 8.
press the 6 and 8 to
30 each.
30 each. We like to say press the 6 and 8 to 30 each because, listen, that way we know exactly where we're at. You see what I mean? Instead, in case they come up with some other silly thing, it's always good to have the number. Don't just count on your dealer to know everything because they don't always know everything, just so you know.
Yeah.
Now, you remember now the last time what happened was we got lucky, got that 6 and 8 right back. But here's what may happen. 5 and 9 might hit, okay? Or nothing. I mean, that could happen too. But let's say the next number of our numbers to roll is a 5 or 9. Well, it's going to pay 21 bucks. And you're going to tell the dealer,
Take it to a quarter each.
take it to $25 each. Now look, right? So here it is. Let me just for a second put out this money, just for visual purposes. We originally came in 66.
Yep.
We had to add $3, but we just got $1 change.
Wow.
So I'm going to take the $1 away from here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, just to be fair. You know what I mean? We've got to count this fair. Okay, now you're saying, well, David, you know, now it's a different fork, but this is a great fork, by the way. This is the delicious fork, okay? Because now we're looking for, instead of just the second number, we're going to be in $10. If we get one of these numbers now, watch this, okay? It's going to pay $35. Now you have choices. Choice number 1 is tell the dealer, take me down to 66 inside, okay? Look at this, look at this. Let me just show you how fantastic this is. Let me just show you some color here. Now watch this. Here is 50, 75, $79.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in 66. We're at 79. That's $13 just in case. Okay, plus 13.
66 plus a 2, no?
67. Oh, yeah. 66, 67, 68. Sometimes he has some math too. Okay, that's why we love Dennis here. Okay, everybody that comes in, just know that Dennis is an important part of these videos. Okay, that's a quick timeout.
Oh, wow.
By the way, this strategy is brought to you by the CQNexus.com. Check it out. Education, education, education.
And our CQ app is also on the CQ Nexus if you want to take a look. It's just training apps where you can play the games with no money in, no money out.
All right, so we get out with a little bit of profit, and we have 66. But guess what? Now we use our budget. We use our budget and we use our bankroll to tell us what to do. If our budget is nice and flush, or we have extra money, here's what you can do. You can say, dealer, give me 96 across. And now, look, you got $49 back in the rack. Okay, so you're in a little bit of money, but so what? You got 96. You mitigated your losses, and you're ready and poised to take advantage of that roll.
The thing to stress is this bank, especially. You know, if you're down or close to even, then maybe. If you're up, go ahead. If you're down, just the inside.
Now you're going to say to me, well, now what do we do, David? Now we got our, let's say, 96. Well, the idea then is that there's only one idea. So if it's all about truth, it's your power press collect. You see what I'm saying? Now we're going to focus on one number at a time so that we can create as much opportunity from that number as possible. We don't want to double press as much. You know, I know a lot of people like doing that. I had a guy in the other day and he just insisted, and that's fine. You know, you do you ultimately, but remember, if you press the 5 and 9, you press the sisters, this type of thing, you're not going to make as much money, clearly, if one number rolls and you can get it to limit. You see what I'm saying?
Let's try it. What's the bankroll for
Okay,
this?
so I would say $600. Nice and easy.
Okay. That's a good
Stack
bankroll.
of
That's
green,
usually close to what I'm
stack of
buying
red.
in.
Dennis loves $600, no?
There's
What do you
7.
got? There it is, $70. Okay, I'm gonna give you $4 change.
Appreciate that.
I'm
Thank
trying to
you.
do everything correctly. I'm trying to get rid of my bad habits.
Sure.
By the way, we have our complete, just so you know, this on the CQ Nexus, there are dealer courses. We have the most comprehensive craps course ever created. So 10 easy 10. So if you're interested in becoming a dealer, the craps course is fantastic. Okay, marking the 10. What do you got?
Nothing. Dice.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw me some bet. Maybe hard ways. You never know. You never know in this
following
day
the
and age.
strategy. I don't remember
I'm with
the
you.
Dave's way having hard ways in here.
No. Well, Dave's way is hard ways. Dave likes to get excited on the hard ways. 5-5. A good hard way always gets me excited.
Right.
I parlay it. When it hits, I parlay it. What's going on?
yeah.
It's crafts, dude. So it's $21. He gives me $3. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yep. Press my 6 and 8 to 30.
Press the 6 and 8 to 30. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, the dealer will love you because this system is so easy. I mean, it's just, the dealer will be on autopilot after the very 9. See, now this is, look at this, look at this. Here, let me hand you the dollars.
thank you.
I don't want you to reach around and hurt yourself, okay?
I can't reach into the cum?
I mean, don't reach into my cum, dude. Just whatever you do, don't reach into my cum. Okay, 4 easy. Ooh, just say it. We need a number. 2 craps. Anyways.
What were you going to say then?
I was going to say something, but 9. Now watch this. Watch this, everybody. Let's see what he says. Let's see what kind of
Take me to
risk
96
taker
across.
is. Oh, 96 across. So here it is. There's this. There's this. I'm going to go 18 each here. You see? Now, for those of you that are dealers out there, did you see how I did that? You see how I position that money? It's a lot easier than just taking it all down and trying to set it up. And look, now he's got 96 across. He's ready to go.
Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm basically close to even. So
Yeah.
I'm taking this as basically even.
And he's got a lot of hair. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of hair. That influences his decisions. It weighs on the brain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, that's one down on the other thing to see here. 9 El Centro. We're at an,
And then it's just triple X
okay.
after this.
Yeah.
36.
So go to 36. Now, some of you can't go to 36, so don't be too irritated by it, because I've heard from people in different markets They literally will not let them go to 36. So 35 is fine. 50 for 1. 9. Holy smokes.
And I'm going to follow it because it is called David's Way. I'm going to collect.
It
Even
is
though
David's
usually
way. He would go. He might actually press it again, but
Yeah.
we're going to give him some money so he has at least something in the rack. And what do we say, everybody? If and when Dennis is up +1, 12 craps. It's a 12. Stay focused on the 9. 8 easy, F5 tray 8 and skate. Don't be too late on the 8. Now look at this, look at this. So it pays 21. It's going to give me $3. Now watch. If you're a dealer out there, it's just bring this $3 inside. Put a quarter for $1 because it's 25 for 1, and throw it under there, and now you got 42, just like that. You see what I'm saying? And we show you this on the Nexus dealer class, dude.
magical.
Magic. 6 easy, F4 deuce. Says you may be loose
Same
on the
thing.
craps table. Now watch, see? Because it's 21, here's the 3, that's 24. We take $1 off the 6, move this inside if we want to, throw a quarter under there, and look at that. In seconds flat, we have a press 6.
Yeah, if you're new, you should do that version of it. Not
It's
the
an
other one.
easy transition, dude. It's the easiest transition. 10. It's a hard 10. Who doesn't like a good hard 10 on a Friday? Now watch this.
40.
He's got everything, okay? We're going to do 27. If you happen to be at a station property, it's going to pay 29, but he goes right to 40. We're doing auto buys like most places do auto buys, so we don't need a buy button. I'm kind of walking everybody through because I want them to know how powerful our craps course is. You know what I'm saying? 9-9, El Centro, it's the 9. Okay. Whatever you want to call
Boomer
these.
bust or whatever.
The boomer or bust bets. 10 easy, look at that.
Okay,
Dave's way.
I'm gonna collect.
Dave's way.
I'm gonna collect.
Dave's way.
I
He's
get
got to
it. I
collect
get
this
it.
one.
I get it.
Every number is its own thing. Okay, there's $80. We're going to collect 2. Okay, because you know once the 4 and 10 is there, we're just paying double, collecting the commission. It's that easy. Oh, it's a 4. It's a tree 1. It's a 4.
Take it
Wow,
to
this
40.
is like all the proof. We may not have to show them. Okay, so here's a 27. Now, just while we're here, I want you guys to know, like, we have the school's dealer is cgnexus.com.
Yeah.
But the player, it's the same classes, 9-9. But if you are planning on being a dealer, CG Nexus, players, the dealer courses are on. Oh, look at this, it's a winner. Now look, he's gonna, David's way,
Yeah,
press
because
that
you're
up.
power press collect.
Yeah, okay.
Now know that I'm doing this because they would play this way, but doesn't necessarily mean if you want to get less or more aggressive, that's up to you.
That's right, that's right. I will be honest, 4 easy. My risk profile is kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
I could be a little riskier on Keno, strangely enough.
which is
But
actually
dice,
pretty strange.
not so much. Dice, I try to keep it in the middle.
I have like a moderate to high risk.
Dennis is literally, the minute he gets out, he just goes.
Yeah,
he
when
just
I'm
wants
out, my risk profile changes. But when
He's
I'm
young.
still in the table, I'm pretty.
He's got a lot of years to make up for mistakes. 9, holy smokes, look at this, everybody. Now, this is an $86 bet. You guys get to see some of these presses. Now, this is going to pay 120, right? It would be 119 at 85. There's one. Let me get the blacks. I better get the blacks, dude. Now, some of us, we've made enough mistakes, and we don't have the time to go back and recover.
Can I start double pressing now?
I mean, now that you're out all this money, 5-5 and no field, I would just
36.
like, we got to show them, what a middle-aged, so I'm just going to go to 36.
I'm playing like a middle age.
No. I mean, yeah, but with someone that needs to, you know what I mean, has maybe a wife and kids, or is in a relationship and has,
You don't know.
you know what I mean?
There's still people that have a lot of money that don't care. You know?
Yeah, well, that's, oh
Just
God.
by having-
What a great roll, dude. Do they know they can buy these dice on shopcasinoquest.com?
Wow, we're really QVC today.
We're QVC. I mean, what are you going to do? It's a tough economy. 6 easy, 6. Now, he hasn't collected this one,
What would you
but I
do?
know he wants, I would collect it.
I want to press it, but
Here, give me $1. Do you have $1? Because I like to let every number be its own thing. He hasn't collected on this one yet. But now that he has, if one of these hits again, I would go to 92. Because at this point, you're just having a fantastic day at the casino. You know what I'm saying?
literally a shot right from go.
I mean, this is the 7. You see what I'm saying? You're 7. All right, so I think everybody gets that. I think, and they saw the presses. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the most complicated system.
And know that we are also going to do some more rolls on Patreon.
Yeah, we're going to do the quarters, by the way. It works out even better on quarters. Crazy.
Patreon will also be getting the one that we didn't release for everybody else.
Yeah.
So
So let's see. Now remember, what do we say? What do we say, everybody? If and when.
I've won a ton of money on this.
Dennis is plus. I'm not saying. Yeah, you want look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you don't think
First,
this is,
it wasn't that great of a roll, and I still won.
by the way, it was just all the fantastic anyone needed. So here's what we got. Here is his. Oh,
So
yeah, these are remember these are. You need a bigger stack, dude. You need more in the you know what I mean. There's a big girth. These checks
So
are big girthy.
you're not used to the bigger stacks.
The bigger girthy, yeah. You see what I'm saying? These are tough to work under these conditions sometimes. So listen, this is you won $295 on that roll. $296. Oh my God! Get yourselves a plane ticket, and you know. You ready? What are your thoughts? And then I will compound your thoughts with my thoughts.
Well, like you said earlier, we did re-record this because David needed more energy. So I'm just gonna skip straight into what exactly I said in the video. It's a gold banana. I like it. I still think the gold standard is triple X, but other than that, it's still worth a golden banana in my opinion.
Triple X is the gold standard because that's the pressing mode that we go into. And clearly, if you want to swing win on a craps table, that's a great way to go. It's a highly aggressive strategy. But here's what I will tell you. Every single conversation, it really just comes down to this. Everybody wants a way to, you have to stay alive to see the hand. That's the goal. So for those of you that are starting higher and you're trying to reduce, and there's a lot of other ways to mitigate the game, but it's all about numbers. Craps is all about numbers. You can talk about everything else in the game, but as a craps dealer, for many years, having dealt to many players, spoken with many other dealers, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like first you go with the math. It's just that simple, and then you build out and create as much opportunity as quickly as possible, and really that's the way to go. Now, if you're trying to play for time, there's other strategies. If you're trying to play for comps, there are other strategies. This may not be the one because you're only going in 66, this kind of thing. But in terms of all the things that we have done over the last couple of years, it really just comes down to this. That's why I'm calling it Dave's Way. I got my own banana. Man, these things are heavy, by the way. You can work out with these bad boys. You could hurt somebody. Do not come and attack us while filming, because we will take you out with this banana.
My only last caveat would be make sure it really matters. We didn't get to see a lot of that, but it really matters where your bank is. I think the system becomes progressively worse if you don't manage your bank.
Yeah, let your bank dictate how you interact with the table. More money, more aggression. Less money, a little more conservative. It's not where you start, it's where you end up. Okay, so I mean 66 at $15 table or 110. Start at the minimum. Go from there.
Yeah.
All right. We're both in the golden banana round. That's fantastic. It's as near perfect as you could get. And we're moving on to Patreon.